joining it. 1 second.
All right, I think I'm watching now, and then let me adjust my stream so I can watch your stream.
All right, so
Okay, it's Overwolf. Install. Okay.
so like, yeah, this is one thing, because we were being a little bit too aggressive, for sure, with our comp, and that's one thing we need to change. Like, it was identified in the draft that we'd be late game, and then we took like a really early. So we lost a little bit of a lead, and Toki had to spend the time cleaning. Another thing is B the back button.
Yeah, I think
God,
my
I wish these were...
I think my ab isn't so great too. I mean, I did okay, but I didn't do like amazing because I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of your issues with ABBA is just knowing when you should have what.
Oh yeah, probably.
For like, yeah, you're putting your mines in about the right spot. Like this mine, that one there should be like down here, a little bit lower, just because that maximizes odds of them stepping on it. Right? Because like you just have to think about like how, if you watch your hero as you walk between lanes, like where do you think you walk normally? That's where you want to put the mines.
Wait, show me where you wanted it again. I missed it.
Just like slightly lower, maybe, because like it's more choked here.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it. Can you see my mouse?
I don't think I can actually.
No, I can't see your mouse.
I see your screen.
It's fucking lame.
Yeah. So in regards to where the traps are now, is it like, do you want me more in the middle of those or?
Yeah, it's like slightly in the middle.
Okay.
But that's not that important.
Okay.
Another one is like if you put it like right where the
Oh, I see where you're pinging.
Yeah, so like it doesn't even let me ping properly. I fucking hate this replay system. Like like another good example would be like right where the mud meets like the normal ground. You can put one there.
Okay.
So that they will get like, normally like rotating through those isn't a problem, but if you have to walk through them, it takes forever. So if you like put a mine where it'll dismount them, so where they have to walk through.
Okay.
Like, that's what you should be doing with your mines, is slowing rotations and getting vision.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, that's like the whole point. Like, if you're not wave clearing with them, which isn't a priority early game, or at least it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Another thing is, and this I'll have to talk to Tokibi about as well. On this map, normally if you don't have an Abathur, you have DPS bottom lane, one of your DPS is bottom lane, one of them your offlane top lane, and then you have your camp clear DPS, your healer, and your tank mid. And then when you have to do camp, you send the healer and your camp clear DPS.
Okay.
In this case, our tank should be our bottom lane, and our camp clear DPS should be able to do. Oh, why did my game freeze? Oh, am I good?
Yeah,
Hello?
you're good.
Yeah. And in this game, like, we should still have me top, but we should also just have Chopper as the only one mid. Grayman should be doing camp. Diablo should be bottom. We'll have to like talk about how to split teams with ABBA, because it's a bit different. But that's just like a no. Yeah, like for example, he should have already been rotating out as soon as they left. And pretty much their entire leg up on us, camp-wise, was because of that. I shouldn't have had to rotate all the way bottom for soak. I should have just stayed top and had Diablo rotate down. But
okay.
Yeah. Kind of started out as an early mess. Yeah, pretty much all of the time that they had us up on camp clear was slower rotation to camp rather than them having faster camp clear. Never felt so baited. Yeah. Another thing is Greymane should be pushing with camp. We'll have to talk about that as well. Basically on this map, you almost always want to be shoving with your camp rather than rotating out, because these camps reduce armor and they're so tanky. They basically act as extra tanks and debuffers when you're fighting under them. They're like some of the most brutal camps to fight under. So usually you want to just shove and get the walls, especially if like you got lucky with us and our camp cleared theirs so well. So realistically, that's what we should be doing. It was problematic that Diablo died though. It wasn't great.
Okay. Yeah, it's like one of those mental things too, because I know with ABBA, it's like when you're not ABBA, you feel like just so naked. Like you always feel down.
Because there's one that there's like one, because there's one less player.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I think it's also another part of it is that Togepi's newer to the game, right?
Yeah.
If you're a veteran DPS, you're a lot better at utilizing the extra survivability that ABBA gives you. Like if you're a good DPS, it can magnify your like hero's capabilities by way more than like the extra person that you're missing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But you like have to know how to do that. Yeah, that's good. So when you're playing ABBA also, you're hanging in lanes too much, Bear.
Okay.
At least I think that's what's happening.
It's possible. Like sometimes I'll just sit and then try to like clear the way, but so essentially I should just pop on the thing and then pop off, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah. You should pop in, press all of your buttons, and then hop off.
Okay.
So
I'm just basically grabbing little bubbles that are on the ground, essentially.
Yeah, you're just grabbing the bubbles. You are a bubble vacuum.
Okay.
That's what you should be as a hero.
Okay.
Because Abathur, if you're playing him that way, you are playing him like a shitty Lost Vikings. If you're trying to clear the way.
That sounds about right of what I'm doing.
Yeah, so like right here, you spent like a couple times needling. Okay. Sometimes it's okay to get the second needle out, especially if you took the needle at 4. But
Which
usually it's not that great. Yeah. Like
okay, that actually helps, because there's a few times where I definitely hung in the lane too much because I was so concerned about getting soak and trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also part of the reason why it's best to unhat after you hat is because of the way that Abathur's cooldowns work. They're all automatically reset when you rehat someone, right?
Interesting.
And so like it's better to unhat someone and lose 1 second of cooldowns and be ready to hat somewhere else that might, than to just keep sitting in a wave and pressing your buttons that don't do much wave clear anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, this is a good example, Togepi. Or not Togepi, Chopper, if you're still watching.
Yeah, I'm watching. Sorry, I was messing with this outplayed app while I'm waiting. So okay, I'm here.
Yeah. So this is I backed up to it because this is like a good example of just lower prior. I don't know if this is a misclick or something. So right here, you have 2 options. One, so you can try to W first and then E, or you just E. The instead you walk up to him, which is not the play. Like maybe on a different healer, but the idea is that as Stukov, rather than following up with auto attack, like you shouldn't treat Stukov as a melee hero ever, almost ever.
Okay.
Even if you don't like take the range talent on one, realistically you're a healer, so you shouldn't be auto attacking.
Yeah.
Unless someone is on top of you rather than you on top of them. Instead, like right here, you should have just pressed E or W and stopped him from being able to jump out. Or at least like force the Anduin pull. Like It's just like little
Okay.
decision makings. Because I think I noticed on your Stukov, a lot of the times you'll like walk up to auto attack because Stukov is listed as a melee hero, but he's really not a melee hero.
Oh, his auto attacks are just
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they
he
really
hits a ton too. Yeah.
Yeah,
it hits like a truck.
yeah, they hit for a ton, but the way you have to treat them isn't like as something your hero should do. They're like an extra bonus of you can't dive this here, right?
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah, so you shouldn't be like aiming to ever like auto attack on Stukov unless you're like a really greedy bastard and you're like 1v1ing or like 2v2ing and it just seems good. You should just mostly be opening with like W, E, and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. Definitely.
So
Thank
it's kind of like if you're gonna jump in on me, then I'm gonna hit you really hard as a punishment type thing.
Yeah, it's
Got
like
it.
it's yeah, just treat it as like a punishment for diving you more than anything else.
So, how do you feel about that level 1 range talent for Stukov?
Oh, this low blow? Or
No. It's Petra.
The W?
It's the first one. No, it's the one that changed the level 1 that changes your melee to range and slows.
I personally think it's the weakest on that talent.
I agree. I do absolutely love it though. But yes.
Yeah. So I can see when it'd be good. I think it's specifically good when the enemy is on tanks that aren't going to dive you, but are going to just like sit in the front line and can get slowed a lot. Another thing is that you need to be like good at stutter stepping in order to get a lot of value from it. Because you pretty much should auto attack and then start moving and like walking away. And you should like think of it as an extra peel. I think low blow is the best talent on that here most of the time because it's so good with the rest of your E build.
Yes, it is.
But it as a single talent, I think the active, I forget what the actual name of it is, but it's ridiculous if you're like playing really aggressive. E should be the standard at 1, I think, and then if they're playing dive, you take the active. I just think that the other level 1 is in a weird spot where the other 2 are mostly better than it in the circumstances where it's good. It's like too much of a middle ground is my stance on it. It's like it's not quite good enough on one thing or the other.
Okay.
Yeah. This is probably good to watch. All right. So where are you heading? You're heading bot. Load clearing. We cleared up that. Should be good to fix. You have E up right now, right? Chopper?
What's that?
Did you have E up right now?
Right now? Like in the game?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think there's a way you can, if you click on them, I think you can see, right?
Wish.
Oh, it's not letting.
It's not showing me.
Okay.
Not showing me.
I guess he did have it ready. He just dropped it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just dropped it.
Yeah. So the way you want to like position on Stukov is that you can kind of treat your E as a peeling tool.
Okay.
Let's go back one more time. And this is like a thing. What is it called in another game? It's like spacing. So here, their backline is collapsing on Tokubi. Havoc is gonna peel off the tank, right? That's what he's doing. He's gonna be doing his job. So as healer right now, you should be setting up to where you can be safe, and you can press your E to stop their backline from CCing him. Right. So you've already spread your green stuff to him, so you don't need to be near him anymore. So you can if you don't have E up right now, you can step back a little bit, and you can still press trait whenever it's up on him. But you should press E to where like it silences their backline, because if their backline's silenced, they can't press their buttons to kill him.
Yeah, then just auto attack at that point. That's about it.
Yeah, so like this E is too far forward.
Gotcha.
Because like it doesn't matter if you silence the front line. The back line is where all of the like the damaging abilities come from. If they don't have that, then like no one died here, but that's just an example. Well, someone died because stuff like that, but they didn't get out fast enough. But
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah, and don't confuse that with the objective. So, for example, if we're going in for a kill and we're trying to kill that target and there's nothing else around, then obviously silence on that target, will help finish the kill and make him just kind of hang out there. So it just kind of depends on what the situation calls for. So I think there you're trying to anticipate them engaging, but it missed everyone completely.
Yeah, I was anticipating them engaging. That's exactly it.
Yeah, it's just a prioritize. Like when you're using your E defensively, it should be on the back line.
Okay.
Unless you want to zone out, it's like using Eon Stukov is most of the skill of playing the hero. So it's like I understand it's like quite a complex topic, and there's like a lot of nuance to it. Yeah, that was a good E. That was a fantastic E right there. At least I'm pretty sure it's fantastic. Bear, are you still soaking right now?
Probably. If I'm not on these guys, and I don't think I was because I think. Yeah, I must have been. I was waiting for you. Yeah, because you were down, so I was just trying to.
No, you got on the right person.
Okay.
That was right. Okay, I'm gonna also have to explain build for Abba.
Because I think I have the build that you wanted me to do, I think.
Yeah, so I'll have to explain. So most of the build is the same, but your 4 and 16 change depending on what hero type of team that you have.
Okay.
Like what kind of heroes. For this, you should have taken the Q talent at 4. I forgot to mention that. I mentioned the 16.
Oh, so don't take haste. I shouldn't have taken haste that time.
Yeah, because
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you took haste this time.
Okay.
So needle spine is better when your carry isn't an auto attacker or you don't have a carry.
Oh, okay.
Cat build can still be strong if you don't have a carry.
Okay.
The Q talent really lets you do damage by yourself as a hat, and it lets the hat play more back. Like it does a lot of damage. It's like that's how Abathur gets top damage on games, and you're like, what the fuck? Why is Abathur our top damage? What? Okay, yeah. So this is a positioning thing. This is positioning with both you and Havoc. Like, I was dead there. No one should have went in to save me. It's like a basic thing. All right. Let's talk. Okay, so Chopper, you're walking up. You arm. Okay, yeah, that's not on you. That's just on Toki for being a little bit too close. So, Bear, what were you trying to do with it all? Were you wanting to like win the fight?
No, I was just trying to slow them down and distract them, but it didn't work out at all.
Clone the tank.
Okay.
Tanks are really good to clone. Heroes are also really good to clone.
Okay.
You get 20 spell power, which means that any normal healing buttons that you would press as a healer are 20% stronger.
Okay.
Wait, you don't have talents.
Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, you don't have talents, but spell power affects your ability to heal. That's why you take spell power at 1 on Deckard sometimes. That's like so cloning heroes that aren't the DPS is like very, very strong and underrated. Like a lot of
what would be the reason that I would even clone a damage? Is it if I'm just trying to siege, essentially?
Okay, so I think there's like some good highlights on Cursed Hollow. So cloning damage is usually better if you're the one that's proactive in the fight.
Okay.
Um,
Like we're engaging and it's like we're
yeah, if you're engaging and you're like the fight's gonna start, you know it's gonna start. Both teams are getting ready, and it's like for a tribute on Cursed Hollow.
Okay.
Both teams need a fight here. You clone like right before the start of the fight because you got 20 seconds on that thing. Like that's a long timer to be cloned.
Okay.
And what you do with that is you kind of half YOLO the clone in. Like Greymane, for example, is a hero with a lot of HP. Your clone there has like 3k HP and 10 armor. In like a normal fight where you got a tank and a healer that need to, like that are also in the fight, and there's another DPS. If you eat 3k damage as a like an extra free hero that doesn't die, and then you can immediately start adding the DPS again afterwards.
I've got cooldowns they use on me, essentially.
Yeah, and all the cooldowns and shit. Then you're winning that fight.
Okay.
Like, you should be winning it.
Okay.
So like you want to clone the DPS at the start of the fight usually.
Got it.
Because
but if it's a later, then it's more defensive.
Yeah, if it's later and you want to pull them out, or like you said, when you're sieging, like it is great for sieging. Like Greymane runs top, and then you just press R. You tank the towers for him, and you guys like YOLO in on the structures. Yeah, that's like fantastic. Okay, let's check hatting positioning in this fight. Yeah, so you're hiding right. You're slowing them down.
Yeah, just trying to stall as best I can.
Yeah. I don't think that changes the attack speed of the thing.
Nah.
Yeah, so you're getting ready to hat again. Yeah. So I should have just said to disengage here. That was my bad. But then instead I just int.
Yeah, you had a rough game this game, Zeratul.
Yeah. Call that the Salem int. Didn't int somehow, but
it.
Yeah.
Just instinctually making the right play instead of having to be told what the right play is.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like the only way that we save that, what I'm saying is like you're playing like a master's level or a diamond.
Yeah.
And that's not
sense.
happening out of any of us.
Yeah.
Especially not me.
For sure.
Yeah. So Hogger gets that. At this point, we should realize that Hogger's on the camp, and we should do one of two things. One, we can just shove with Sylve, and then as soon as they split up on OBJ, we come top. Or, because we know Hogger's on the camp, we should force the fight.
Yeah. I think, yeah, forcing the fight probably would have made the most sense.
Yeah.
What we have
So
showing now.
Tokibi's gonna be here. I'm literally 1v1ing the only hero that I can't 1v1 right now. We got our whole team like a little bit split up. Tokibi's getting jumped on by Orphea. Now you guys are starting to get the fight.
This is
Not
the
having
one
a fun
where I
time.
messed up.
Yeah, so you should be Zing a bit earlier.
I was told, hey, wait until I'm told to Z, and then I went to Z, and then it's like I could not.
Yeah, and then did I get you killed here? I don't remember. No, actually we turned that magically. Oh my god, I'm lagging again.
Yeah, and you'll get a feel for a chopper with Brightwing. It's at the end of the day, if you were really low, I mean, saving somebody versus like soak. You know, it's not your job to soak, but that's just something you can do with Brightwing.
Yeah, because you have the global.
Yeah, it's not like
you
clear
treat
very
it as
fast
a bonus.
Yeah.
You treat it as a bonus rather than like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely noted.
It's
a lot different than when you're playing like casual like QM and stuff with friends.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good poly. You literally like polyed him in like the last 4 frames of when you had to poly him.
Animation.
Yeah.
You're like 1v3, no problem. I'm in there.
Well, I knew we were gonna have numbers. Like, that's when you go in.
I don't think Sugav got away.
Sugav got away, but we killed the Malthael. Or not Malthael.
Morganis.
Morganis, yeah. Because I turned on him.
Nice.
Yeah. We don't have Toki or Havoc, so it's probably not the best time to talk about drafting. Yeah. Okay, yeah, here. This is a good example. Chopper, you shouldn't be like trying to clear camps or anything. As healer, the time that you go to camp, because unless you are playing Rhaegar or Alexstrasza, your camp clear is so pitiful that it's pointless. You should only be going to camp if one, the person needs extra like support to make sure they don't get invaded. Like for example, I got invaded earlier this game top. Or second of all, if it's like a bruiser camp early, a lot of DPSs need the healing in order to actually solo it. Or not solo it, but clear it. Like they have a fast clear, but they die from it. Like Jaina, for example, can clear camps really fast, but she doesn't have enough tankiness. Greymane's another good example. For the Giants, especially if it's just cleaning up a camp that the enemy team got, Sylvanas is all that you should have there. So you should, like that, for example, you should be sticking with Tank. Yeah, it doesn't matter here. Probably spun out of everything. There gets out. Yeah, here's where I got started to get jumped, and I'm like, I'm still fine, and I keep going in.
You got last rights. Didn't you finish him?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
No. No, I didn't. I also misclicked. I also misclicked and didn't last rights people like 5 times that game.
Oh.
Like it was. This was a real boosted game for me. Like I might be saying shit, talking shit to everyone else in this call, but yeah, no, I didn't play great. To say the least.
It's actually crazy that we won this game looking at the map right now.
Yeah, they got a nice, good early lead.
Yeah, this map
But
is
they
also
also
very
threw that.
snowbally.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Like I
also threw
said,
that boss.
They threw Boss. Boss gave us this win. I literally looked at their team. I'm like, they are not allowed to do Boss with us, and that was correct. The heroes that they had up were Orphea, Stukov, and Mal'Ganis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they're
so
tanks.
slow.
Orphea didn't even go the build that has more damage against the boss. I'm not sure if her or Mephisto are the worst DPSs in the game for clearing boss. It is very close. Both of them are among the worst, like the actual worst in the game. Yeah. I was so sad when he got out. Yeah. All right, I should be rotating out here. Okay, so on this,
I think you got jumped. Did you die this time?
I got jumped. I don't remember if I die.
I think you do, and then I kill Lunar, and
We
then I die.
don't need the whole team on the OBJ. This is not an OBJ that you need the whole. All right, so who should be here? It should be Tokebi because he's Raynor. Raynor's tanky enough and has enough self-sustain. And it should be Brightwing. Brightwing should just use her Z. Actually, no, she shouldn't be on here. All 3 of you guys, you should be hitting this. You got a Sylvanas, you got a wave pushing. Why are you on the OBJ?
Okay.
Tokebi as Raynor can face tank that OBJ for days. I rotated up here. I saw Lunara. I think I got fancy. I anted. I thought I had a fort here. I didn't.
I think we're trying to come up to help at this point.
Yeah, team was just like rotating. But then, like, again, that's like people shouldn't have been on the OBJ. I'm not trying to deflect blame, but like, it's over. Like, even Tokebi even finished it by himself because everyone had to rotate out. Like, if Tokebi can finish it by himself, he can do the whole thing by himself. Is what I'm saying.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think the reason we did, I think someone called like everyone on objective is what I thought I heard. So I think that's why everyone went there.
I think that's what happened too.
Yeah, I think Togebi's like everyone on objective is like okay, so
Yeah.
But
This isn't the immortal. Like, almost every DPS in the game can solo it at 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get an amazing fight here.